2020 Hyundai Kona reviews. Like, share, subscribe to the channel and do not forget to ring the bell to update the latest videos from RadioReviewer.com. The Car Connection Expert Review. Likes. Smart and stylish cabin. Standard active safety tech. Great infotainment system. Decent fuel economy. EV version available. Dislikes. Overwhelming styling. Lackluster acceleration. Unrefined dual-clutch transmission. Smallish back seat and cargo hold. Price on top-end models. Buying tip. Skip upper and lower tier Kona models in favor of the well-equipped Celtrim with all-wheel drive. Quick specs. Gas mileage, 26 miles per gallon city/29 miles per gallon highway. Engine, intercooled turbo regular unleaded i4, 1.6 liters. EPA class, small sport utility vehicles 4WD. Style name, Ultimate DCTAWD. Drivetrain, all-wheel drive. Passenger capacity, 5. Passenger doors, 4. Body style, sport utility. Transmission, 7-speed eco-shift dual clutch incorporated, Shiftronic manual shift mode and drive mode select. Dimensions. Vehicle. EPA classification, small sport utility vehicles 4WD. Weight information. Base curb weight, pounds, 3,276. Interior dimensions. Front hip room, in, 53.3. Front leg room, in, 41.5. Second shoulder room, in, 54.5. Passenger capacity, 5. Second headroom, in, 37.8. Front shoulder room, in, 55.5. Second hip room, in, 52.2. Front headroom, in, 38. Second leg room, in, 34.6. Exterior dimensions. Track width, front, in, 61.4. Width, max without mirrors, in, 70.9. Wheelbase, in, 102.4. Track width, rear, in, 61.7. Height, overall, in, 61.6. Length, overall, in, 164. Minute ground clearance, in, 6.7. Cargo area dimensions. Cargo volume to seat 3, ft cubed, 19.2. Cargo volume to seat 1, ft cubed, 45.8. Cargo volume to seat 2, ft cubed, 19.2. Fuel economy. Fuel tank. Fuel tank capacity, approx. Gal, 13.2. Mileage. EPA fuel economy estate, highway, MPG, 29. Fuel economy estate combined, MPG, 27. EPA fuel economy estate, city, MPG, 26. Performance specs. Engine. C net horsepower at RPM, 175 at 5,500. Displacement, 1.6 liters/97. Engine order code, NA. C net torque at RPM, 195 at 1,500. Fuel system, gasoline direct injection. Engine type, intercooled turbo regular unleaded i4. Transmission. Trans description cond. Again, NA. Fifth gear ratio, 1, 0.85. Trans type, 7. Third gear ratio, 1, 1.83. Final drive axle ratio, 1, 3.58. Drivetrain, all-wheel. First gear ratio, 1, 3.64. Sixth gear ratio, 1, 0.81. Trans description cond, auto shift manual without. Fourth gear ratio, 1.02. Seventh gear ratio, 0.72. trans order code, NA. Second gear ratio, 1, 2.17. Reverse ratio, 1, 4.70. Brakes. Front brake rotor diamex thickness, in, 12. Disc, front, yes or, yes. Rear drum diamex width, in, NA. Brake type, 4-wheel disc. Rear brake rotor diamex thickness, in, 11.2. Disc, rear, yes or, yes. Brake ABS system, 4-wheel. Drum, rear, yes or, nah. Steering type, rack pinion. Turning diameter, curb to curb, foot, 34.8. Tires. Rear tire size, P235/45HR18. Spare tire order code, NA. Front tire order code, NA. Spare tire size, NA. Front tire size, P235/45HR18. Rear tire order code, NA. Wheels. Rear wheel material, aluminum. Spare wheel size, in, NA. Front wheel size, in, 18 by 7.5. Spare wheel material, NA. Front wheel material, aluminum. Rear wheel size, in, 18 by 7.5. Suspension type, front, cont, strut. Suspension type, front, strut. Suspension type, rear, cont, multi-link. Suspension type, rear, multi-link. Safety features. Safety. Airbag frontal driver, yes. Airbag frontal passenger, yes. Airbag passenger switch, on/off, no. Airbag side body front, yes. Airbag side body rear, no. Airbag side head front, yes. Airbag side head rear, yes. Brakes ABS, yes. Child safety rear door locks, yes. Daytime running lights, yes. Traction control, yes. Night vision, no. Rollover protection bars, no. Fog lamps, yes. Parking aid, yes. Tire pressure monitor, yes. Backup camera, yes. Stability control, yes. Other features. Electronic stability control, escape. ABS and driveline traction control. Side impact beams. Dual-stage driver and passenger seat-mounted side airbags. Lane keep assist, aka lane keeping assist. Lane keep assist, aka lane departure warning. Blind spot collision warning, BCW, blind spot. Emergency SOS. Parking distance warning, rear parking sensors. Forward collision avoidance assist, FCA, and rear cross traffic. Tire pressure monitoring system, tire specific low tire pressure. Dual stage driver and passenger front airbags. Curtain first and second row airbags. Airbag occupancy sensor. Rear child safety locks. Outboard front lap and shoulder safety belts incorporated, rear center 3. Backup camera. Warranty. Basic miles/km, 60,000. Basic years, 5. Corrosion miles/km, unlimited. Corrosion years, 7. Drivetrain miles/km, 100,000. Drivetrain years, 10. Maintenance miles/km, 36,000. Maintenance years, 3. Roadside assistance miles/km, unlimited. Roadside assistance years, 5. Other specs. Electrical. Maximum alternator capacity, amps, 130. The 2020 Hyundai Kona is an eyeful, but has nearly everything crossover buyers want in a city-friendly package. The 2020 Hyundai Kona blends great standard features with all-wheel drive crossover versatility and capability in a package smaller than the Tucson. Hyundai carries the 2020 Kona over from last year with minimal changes, mostly a few tweaks to the available features and packages. We give it 6.0 overall for its excellent safety and value. In terms of styling, the Kona is well, the lot. Hyundai threw nearly every crossover trick in the book at this little hatchback-shaped utility vehicle, and the result is distinctive, but not always coherent. Two-tiered headlights, more fake vents than any car needs, and a heavy helping of plastic body cladding make for a busy design that screams hatch adventure but belies the Kona's humble underpinnings. The interior, by contrast, is nicely restrained and features neat color accents like green and orange on some trims. A base 2.0-liter inline-4 is adequate for a small crossover, and with a smooth 6-speed automatic and available all-wheel drive for $1,400, it should suit most buyers. The optional 1.6-liter Turbo 4 doesn't provide much of a boosting power or fuel economy, and its 7-speed dual-clutch automatic is often confused at city speeds. A short wheelbase and tight dimensions make the Kona relatively fun to drive on twisty roads and easy to maneuver in urban environments. The Kona fits 5 people, barely, though its ride height and decent rear headroom are better for 4 average-size adults. With nearly 20 cubic feet of cargo room behind the fold-down rear seats, there's plenty of space for luggage too. While the base Kona SE includes desirable features like automatic emergency braking and touchscreen infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto at just over $20,000, stepping up $1,800 to the cell trim at 17-inch wheels, blind spot monitors, a sunroof, heated front seats, and keyless ignition. It's possible to spend nearly $30,000 on a Kona with the ultimate trim, and while a wireless smartphone charging pad, head-up display, and adaptive cruise control are tempting, there are much better, and bigger, deals to be found at that price. With a Top Safety Pick Plus award from the US last year, 5 stars from the federal government, and standard automatic braking as well as optional active safety features, the Kona is one of the safest small crossovers on the market. Fuel economy ranges from 27 combined mpg with all-wheel drive and a turbo engine to 30 miles per gallon combined for front-wheel drive models. An all-electric Kona is also available, and great, and is covered in a separate review. 2020 Hyundai Kona, styling. The 2020 Hyundai Kona is busy to look at on the outside, but pleasantly practical on the inside. The 2020 Hyundai Kona uses every crossover design cue in the book, then goes looking for others. Things get complicated. Thankfully, the cabin doesn't follow suit. We give it a 4 for styling. The longer you look at the Kona, the more mismatched details you notice, from the 2-tier headlights to the fake vents and enormous swaths of plastic body cladding. It's a complicated array of lines and surfaces to tack onto what is essentially a tall hatchback. While it is distinctive, it's not cohesive enough to be considered handsome. The interior, thankfully, tells a different story, with a logical cabin layout and just a few flourishes like orange or green accents on top trims. A centered infotainment and control cluster places everything within reach and leaves it clearly marked, and the conventional round air vent design makes it feel like this interior comes from a different car. That's fine with us, as we'd much rather spend time inside the Kona than looking at it. 2020 Hyundai Kona, performance. The 2020 Hyundai Kona has 2 average powertrains, but ride and handling are better than average for a small crossover. The 2020 Hyundai Kona makes use of gas powertrains, neither of which is in a particular hurry. We give it 4 out of 10 for performance. The base 2.0-liter inline-4 makes 147 horsepower and is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission and front-wheel drive. Those are economy car numbers, and the entry-level Kona feels somewhat sluggish. All-wheel drive is available and does help in inclement weather, and at just $1,400, it's probably worth the cost of entry for people in many states. A 1.6-liter Turbo 4 comes standard on the limited trim and above, and while power is pushed to 175 horsepower, its 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gets confused and feels hesitant at city speeds. In this case, the base transmission is vastly better. With an independent rear suspension on all-wheel drive models, it's a torsion beam rear axle on front drive cars, The Kona is a deft handler and relatively comfortable for a car with a short wheelbase, though 18-inch wheels on the top trims do firm up the ride experience. Ground clearance is only 6.7 inches, so don't expect to take the Kona on a trail in Moab, but all-wheel drive models handle snow and rain just fine. 2020 Hyundai Kona, comfort and quality. The 2020 Hyundai Kona is best experienced from the inside, though don't expect more space than a small hatchback. The 2020 Hyundai Kona looks small and acts the part, but it's plenty practical for two city dwellers and the occasional passenger or two. We give it 6 out of 10 for comfort and quality. Front seat occupants will find buckets with good adjustment and supportive cushions, and the high placement of the seats makes exit and entry easier for less mobile drivers. Cloth upholstery is standard and does the trick, while leather comes on higher price Konas, but we say stick to the fabric. The interior has a higher quality fit and finish than many competitors, and with available wireless charging, multiple USB ports, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, it's a modern driver's tech cocoon. Rear seat space is limited and best suited for shorter trips, though headroom is better than average thanks to a bubble roof design. With foldable rear seats, the Kona manages up to 45.8 cubic feet of cargo room, and 19.2 cubic feet behind the rear seats. That's about on par with a compact hatchback, but a low-load floor and wide rear opening make for a convenient cargo experience. Lime green or orange highlights on some trims brighten up the affair, but the gray or black interior can get a bit dreary otherwise. 2020 Hyundai Kona, safety. The 2020 Hyundai Kona is plenty safe and includes automatic emergency braking as standard. The 2020 Hyundai Kona gets great crash test scores and includes automatic emergency braking as standard. We give it 8 out of 10 for safety. Vinci gave the Kona 5 stars overall in every category except rollover rating last year, and they saw fit to award the tiny Hyundai a top safety pick award, getting good scores in every area. However, lower trim Kona models don't receive the award for their subpar halogen headlights, while higher trim models get an additional good rating for the standard LED units. What's more, the Kona includes automatic emergency braking as standard, and blind spot monitors are available on the mid-tier cell trim. Ultimate trim models add adaptive cruise control for this year, as well as a head-up display, active lane control, and more. 2020 Hyundai Kona, features. The 2020 Hyundai Kona is good value for feature content, but only up to a point. The 2020 Hyundai Kona is, like any Hyundai, well equipped out of the box, but higher trim models quickly lose their value proposition. We give it 8 out of 10 here. The 2020 Kona comes in SE, Cell, Limited, and Ultimate trims which range from just over $20,000 to nearly $30,000 fully loaded. The base Kona SE gets cloth upholstery, power features, Bluetooth, a 7.0-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 16-inch alloy wheels, twin USB ports up front, and forward collision warnings with automatic emergency braking. An excellent 5-year/6,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty is also included and improves to 10 years/1,000 miles for the powertrain. The cell trim adds heated seats, 17-inch wheels, keyless ignition, satellite radio, and blind spot monitors, making it our pick of the litter. A sunroof is optional, as is improved Infinity Audio. Limited models strangely don't offer a sunroof even as an option, but do include 18-inch wheels, leather upholstery, a power driver's seat, LED taillights, and the more powerful turbocharged engine. Ultimate models top the lineup, and include an improved 8.0-inch touchscreen, head-up display, wireless smartphone charging, and satellite navigation. At nearly $30,000 though, the Kona's small size comes into play, and many larger crossovers represent a much better deal. 2020 Hyundai Kona, fuel economy. The 2020 Hyundai Kona is plenty efficient for a city-friendly crossover, but those looking for even more should consider the Kona Electric. The 2020 Hyundai Kona is reasonably efficient for a small crossover, but its new all-electric model is a unique proposition. We give it 6 out of 10 for fuel economy. Kona SE and SL models with the 2.0-liter inline-4 manage 27 miles per gallon city, 33 highway, 30 combined for front-wheel drive models, and 26/30/28 7 per gallon for all-wheel drive. That's not much of a penalty for 2 additional driven wheels, so consider adding all-wheel drive to your list if you need it. Turbocharged models represent a decent power jump but hardly a fuel economy penalty, as front-wheel drive models manage 28/32/30 7 per gallon and all-wheel drive models manage 26/29/27 7 per gallon. Regular gasoline can be used on any Kona, turbo or not, and the average annual fuel cost runs from $1,400 to $1,550 according to the EPA. An all-electric model is available in some states, and with a 258-mile driving range, it gets near Tesla stats for a fraction of the price.